There was this one time I opened up WhatsApp. I selected that screenshot I just took and I sent it to my dad. It was the first time in my entire life I made more than $10,000. I was so proud of myself. I had been a broke college student, a wannabe coder, a code monkey for so long. And that day, without a degree, without anything to fall back on, no one to help me basically, I had $10,000 in my bank account. But it didn't matter. My dad told me to call him when I had 100K. This wasn't an easy road. It was a very long one, full of mistakes, full of depression and anxiety. But screw that. I want to show you how you can avoid those mistakes and so you can be in that position as well. I remember the time where I didn't have a job yet in tech. I was a wannabe coder. I could only do a few for loops, maybe. I knew what variables were, and I did some computer science courses, but I never really actually built something I was proud of. But one day it really hit me that I needed to get some more money. I couldn't keep borrowing money from my parents anymore as a university student. So I decided to go apply for some part-time tech jobs. So I went to this website that is actually straight from hell. That is the most demonic website you can possibly ever go to. Indeed.com. I made an account and I started applying everywhere. I would try to find companies that matched with my interests and I would send them resumes. My resume was by the way. It had nothing to do with tech and it was clearly a beginner resume. It was really bad. But then I saw this one job that had Shopify developer written on it. You see, the thing is, I was a Shopify dropshipper. That's kind of like a business model where you upload products onto a website and you sell them. That's completely unrelated to computer science. But I knew what Shopify was. It was a software to sell stuff. And so in the ad, I saw, okay, Shopify developer wanted. I clicked on it. I found the URL for the company. And then I decided to bombard that company filled with emails showing them how I could help them and how I can provide value for them. And lo and behold, one day they replied to my email. They asked me to come meet them. I went there and boom, I showed what I could do for them. And before you knew it, I got a job. And for a student, it was great. Nothing too much, nothing fancy, but it was great. I paid off my debts. Everything was fine. So from this story, I want you to take away one actionable step. And that is, right now, go to Indeed.com, find 5 companies in your area that you think you're a good match for. Okay, this is very important. Then I want you to go to the description and get out my template. It's free. I don't give a about your email. Just go and get it. Figure out and craft the best email you can possibly craft. And I want you to go bombard it to all these companies, and ideally they should be small, not some big company like Google or Amazon, like some startup or some small company in your area. I want you to go bombard them with emails. Show up to their office with a resume, be very respectful of course, and give them your resume and tell them, listen, I'm a software developer and I would love to work for you. Just click the link below, find step number 1 and go apply for these companies. That's it. I'm not going to tell you some hocus pocus about building projects yet. You don't need that yet. What you need is experience. That's it. That's what I did, and that's how I got my first tech job. Once you start getting your first experience in the tech world and the software world, you're ready to move up. You can move on to something bigger. I remember one day realizing that I didn't have a job anymore. This was after my first job. I remember finding this company that needed a developer just like me, maybe just a little bit more experienced than me. I decided to reach out to them, but then that wasn't enough. Sending an email wasn't enough. I literally looked up that company in the database of companies. I found their numbers. I paid €2 to get a report from the Chamber of Commerce so that I could read the phone number that is registered to that business and go spam call them and ask them if they need developers. You know what they told me? We love your proactivity. We love seeing people who want to be proactive just like you. They hired me. From that moment on, money was never an issue. I went from broke wannabe coder to someone who's doing freelancing. That job set me up to become, in what in my opinion is, a respected coder in the future. And that wouldn't have happened if I was relentless in my pursuit for finding a job, finding a collaboration that would make sense. One actionable step I will tell you to do right now is to write down 3 projects you are interested in. Now look, I'm gonna be upfront with you, completely transparent. The that started watching this video and that listened to number one and gave up, they've left. They're gone. It's just you and me, bro. You are serious about coding, and I respect that. I'm very grateful for you being here. Now, this is going to be difficult. I'll be honest with you. It's going to take some time, some sacrifice. But if you do this, you will be on your way to becoming a respected developer. Choose 3 side projects that you've always dreamed about building, and I want you to go build out these projects and deploy them to the internet. I want you to design them, make the front end, make the back end, deploy them, buy a nice domain, and put them on the internet. It's going to cost you money to have them on the internet, but when you do have them on the internet, the business owners will love you. They will see that you have some qualification next to your degree, if you have one, next to the internship experiences. That doesn't matter. What matters is if you can build something for them. If you combine this, the 3 projects that you built, plus the relentless pursuit of finding clients, which is like emailing them and stuff, that's a recipe for success. I'm telling you right now, you're going to get that job and you're going to never have to worry about money as long as you keep coding. Okay? That's nice. That's great. That's a great way to get started as a software engineer. But there comes a point where you want to take it to the next level. And that is where we are today. That's where me and my brother are today. We have decided enough of flipping software, enough of building a project and selling it for a big amount of money. Done with that. This time it's going to be serious. And so we decided to go build a startup. This is method number 3 to make ton of money by 2024. This is the only thing I'm putting my time in. My brother and I have been lucky enough to have been selected by this dude named Jason. He's an angel investor and he's running a competition, kind of like a competition with the best of the best starting startups. He's created a group, a community of these new founders, and he's making them compete against each other. Very genius. But my brother and I are part of it. And this wouldn't have happened if we gave a about selling our software as the business owner ourselves. Wouldn't it be nice if you had some kind of payment integration, some kind of way to collect money from your users? What if you had a lot of users? Think about it. Wouldn't it be cool to charge each user on your website $10 to use that tool that you built? Now, what if you had 1,000 users on that website? 1,000 premium users. That's $10,000. Look, it sounds simple, but it's a very difficult journey. One actionable step that you can do right now to make sure you can do this too, as a developer, as a coder, is learn about marketing. I've left a book in the description. It's an affiliate link, but don't worry, I practice what I preach. I have 4 books of that series in my library. Learning marketing will separate you from all the code monkeys out there, and it will make you an unstoppable top 1% developer, no matter how cringy it sounds. I'm being serious. Because look, the ultimate goal here is to let our software make money for us. That is the ultimate goal here. I have shown you my transformation from when I was a simple wannabe coder that had no experience, all the way to right now being surrounded by the best of the best startups, the best of the best founders. One of these companies is going to make millions of dollars in the future. And so I want you to understand that there is a way for you to become that person who you want to be. You don't need to rely on some CEO, some business type person to do this for you. You can make it work for yourself too. The entire tech industry wants you to apply to a big tech goddamn software engineering job. The entire industry wants you to sit down, follow rules, do basically nothing with your time, attend meetings for 80% of your day. Maybe if you're lucky, in a quarter, you get to change the button color on a website. That is the reality of becoming a software engineer in big tech or in a big company or in a corporate company. Do you want that future? I don't want that future for you, man. I know you're capable of more. And the reason why I'm being so adamant about it is because, bro, we have a responsibility as software engineers. We have a responsibility as people who control the lifeblood of society today. Everything around you is software. Data is the new oil. I'm not going to sound like a parrot repeating the same things, but data is the new oil. And bro, software is nothing other than data control and data management. If you master this in 20 years, in 30 years, when we have grandchildren, or in 40 years when we have grandchildren, they will thank us. They will thank us for putting the time and effort to actually build some good software. I'm being completely dead serious here. I'm not joking around. So use your time wisely, my friend. Don't be like those code monkeys that don't do anything with their life, that are depressed, that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, but they're being depressed. I have only one message at the end of this video. If you have even a little bit curiosity in terms of what other developers are doing, I have a community that I've linked here in the description, and I want you to join it. I want you to go surround yourself with other like-minded developers. I'm gonna be in there, and I'm gonna be asking a ton of questions in this Discord. I would love to talk to you. If you have a problem, please ask me. I don't have many subscribers right now, but I would love to help you out wherever you need help, man. Okay, genuinely, I mean it. Ask me anything, and I'll be here for you. Okay? Take it easy, man. Let's code our own legacies. Let's become respected software engineers. And yeah, man, take it easy. Life is a gift given by the gods, so make a proper use of it. I'll check you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye. Peace out. Take care. Love you. Bye.